Okay. What we got? What we got here? Thick teachers. Let me re-say that. Thick teacher's outfit just cost her everything. So I'm assuming, I don't really know the story. I think I saw a little glimpse of it. I'm assuming this teacher, she's like a middle school teacher or something, and she's very blessed in the areas of where blessings typically go with women. She seems not to be hiding those blessings. I think that's what I see. To be fair, you can't really hide it. The best you can do is just try to wear like non-revealing clothing, and like big dresses, bigger size dressing. But then I don't know. Can you actually overdo it as a teacher? Absolutely. If you know what you're carrying, you want to cover it to the best of your ability. If you're gonna be in an environment like that, it's not just indecent for the kids, also indecent for the people around, the teachers. You know how these niggas get horny, and I know this is gonna open up a conversation of why should women have to dress modestly? Why can't we tell the men to be more control their urges more? And I hear you, but you know, at the end of the day, you can't win that debate. You can't win that battle still. Sure, tell the men control yourselves better. Cool. But then why do you still why do you still want to dress up half naked? Like, why do you want to show out? Who you showing out for? That shit makes you feel empowered. Really? Why does it make you feel empowered? Because you get attention from the people. You got people staring. You get compliments. You get people walking up to you. And I'm not even gonna say men, because you guys find it so hard to admit that it's men's attention you're looking for. But it's people, okay, men and women. You like the attention. Well, because why else would you just want to be half naked everywhere you go? It's not that hot all the time. Let's keep it a bun. You're trying to look good for the gram. You're trying to look good for the people to see and stare, because you know you got a fat ass. Let's keep it a band. Let's keep it a band. Let's stop lying to ourselves, okay? So yeah, she might be out of pocket, but at the same time, I haven't seen the fit, I haven't seen the outfit, I haven't seen the dressing. So let's get into this and see how much this has really cost her everything. Let's get into it.
In 2016, a particular teacher who went by the name of #TeacherBae.
I'm sorry, 2016? Okay, now I'm confused. That's over. Damn, I need to do this math right. That's over 9 years ago. In 2016, bro, I was 13, 14? 9 years ago, I was 14. God damn. Why are we talking about this?
Went viral. Her real name was Patrice Brown. She was a primary school teacher or elementary school teacher in Atlanta, and she was posting photos at work. Now, if you look at the photos here, damn! I mean, she's inside of the classroom, but look at the curviness. She's an extremely beautiful lady, but some people thought that a teacher should not be dressed like this. And it's not the fact that she...
Okay, now this gets complicated. She's pretty covered up, in my opinion. Am I tripping? She's covered up. Sure, I guess maybe it's the tightness of the clothing. Sure, true, fair. But honestly, this is enough for me. I think this is good enough. You're not showing no cleavage. You're not overly trying to show some ass. Like it's covering your legs. That one, like the one in pink here, like it's like all the way to almost getting to the knees. I think that's good enough for me, man. I don't think you're doing too much at this point. But I guess the internet thinks otherwise.
She's shaped in the way that she's shaped, but that she's basically posting these photos on the internet. And people were concerned, especially parents. It got so bad.
I'd always go to work and take pictures of myself in a classroom setting, showing off how much I love my profession and looking beautiful while teaching kids. Who's taking the pictures, by the way? That's another question. You telling your students to take these pictures? Teachers are often bullied for their looks by the administration, parents of the teachers, and inaccuracies. But what teachers are wearing should not be the focus. The focus should be on the kids. I mean, if you're showing unnecessary parts to the children, that wouldn't be nice, now would it? But again, I don't think she's doing that, so this is interesting.
That she told the New York Post,
It's like, it's covered. It's all covered. Maybe this is a little too tight. Maybe. No, I'm fine with that.
I'd always go to work and take pictures of myself in the classroom setting, showing off how much I love my profession and looking beautiful while teaching kids.
Man, if I had a son and he was her student, I would not be tripping. Why? Because I'm like, this is my son, and I don't know, maybe it's the age, whatever. Either way, these kids are not doing nothing anyways. Like, what, the best you can do is goon? Nigga, leave it for me. Like, let me get in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not tripping about my son. The only thing I'll be tripping about is my marriage. Like, if I'm gonna keep it a bug, like, oh, shit.
Kids. What teachers are wearing should not be the focus. The focus should be on kids. That was her response. But unfortunately for her, that's not how the parents felt. If the focus should be on the children, then why are you focusing on taking pictures of yourself while looking sexy in the classroom?
Now, see, that's a problem. She's not in the classroom, though. She's not in the classroom with this one, though. But yeah, that's not great.
And not focus on the
Sheesh, you are so pretty. That shirt too small. Perfection. Scrolls young.
children.
Get 'em.
That was a response that people were having. And then it became an argument about black women. People that agreed with Teacher Bay were saying, hey, this is just another example of how black women rarely have control over their bodies, being needlessly over-sexualized in nearly any context.
But see, okay, she wrong for that. Like, but then it's her Instagram. She can really do whatever she wants. But then she's shit. It's clear she likes attention. That's clear. We know that for sure. She likes the attention. She wants to show some assets and stuff. But then I still think she keeps the PG in the classroom. That's what I think. I can get past
Now, this is interesting because if you go to her Instagram, she doesn't really post pictures anymore. I believe like she's married now. You can still see that while the pictures are not so bad, it is sexually tempting a little bit. So one can infer that, yeah.
It is sexually tempted a little bit. This nigga sound like let me not even get into that. Bro, this is fine. This is fine. The internet is tripping on this one, I think.
Yes, the way that she's taking these photos, she's trying to sexualize herself, especially with regards to where she's teaching at. But fast forward, it's 2025, and to be honest, things are getting worse. And the things that are happening now make Teacher Bay look like a saint. The other day, there's a young lady that went viral. Her name is That Girl Peachy. And this is a young lady who is also a teacher. Now, the difference with this young lady, it appears that she's clearly trying to attention seek. Patrice Bay was taking photos. This lady is making a video. And at the end, she's letting you know she's working with something with that jiggle. Now, if we take a focus on the feet there, we see the kind of heels that she has on, and then you see the visible tattoos on the feet. Now, there is nothing wrong with having tattoos, and you basically can't, not hire somebody because they have them. But if you're a teacher and you're amongst middle school or elementary school students, it may be considered a lack of professionalism. And then look at the skirt that you have on. You do the jiggle and the wiggle, and we all see what that wiggle was working with.
Well, because you lose it, you never win.
Oh boy!
That stuff is.
Yes!
And yeah, it looks like you're more concerned with getting attention than you are teaching students.
It looks like. Sure. Try to see how the whole TikTok and she makes videos and stuff. Yes, that is not a good look at all. Again, I don't think this is bad. Like, why? I don't think this is bad. Did I have teachers that dressed like this? Yes, I think so, but they just weren't this like thick and everything, which is fine. Who are we worried about, really? Are we worried about the students getting distracted by the assets? It's for sure gonna be a topic of discussion. Yes, you can't stop that. High school kids do that, but it's on them if they fail the fucking class, though. Like, yeah, let's be real. Like, that's not gonna stop them from focusing. Well, it makes it a little distracting. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be distracted for sure, but I don't listen to class anyways. So I'm saying, like, bro, these kids ain't even listening like that for real. At the end of the day, why are we even tripping on that? I think they're trying to make something like a little thing, something like a big issue, because they're like, oh, you're not focusing on teaching our children, you're out here making TikTok, which is a fair argument. I hear that. But I still don't think that if we're talking about it, if we really just stuck to the TikToks, fine. I can't argue with that. But if we're talking about, her dressing is just too inappropriate, I don't hear that. I don't.
Now, of course, once this particular situation came about, folks got onto X and the conversation started to occur. This brother with the National Reparations Commission says, this is what teachers who want to stay in the safe zone look like. Teachers who want to push boundaries and be controversial deserve all the smoke they get. If you fine, you fine. Your job as a teacher is to downplay that as much as possible, not to highlight it. Now, again, let's look at some of these particular outfits that he's talking about. Let's go to this one, right? We have a Caucasian lady with the 7 teacher outfits from Old Navy. Now, obviously this woman is thin, and she's not shaped as curvy as the other ladies.
And that's my issue. I feel like if she wore something like this, they're gonna have a problem with it. Because if you wore something like this, the ass would still be popping. So, like, how does she win? She literally wore a top just like this. But then they had a problem with the skirt. The skirt literally went all the way down to her knees. Because the shit popping in the back, now you got a problem. Y'all focusing on the wrong things.
But I could see if the lady that we had before, who was doing the little booty clapping dance, that girl Peachy, was to wear something like this, clearly she could cover up some of her curves. All of these outfits would be quite affordable for her. And again, when it comes to the feet, if she has tattoos, that could be,
none
closed.
of these are covering up the curves, except maybe this. And this is still arguable.
Off, all right, are not shown. Let's go to outfit number 2. Here we have a sister. Again, she's not shaped like the first lady, but you can look at, she is being very modest on purpose. Now, let's say, for example, she was curvy and she looked like really, really super thick. These outfits here, in my honest opinion, would hide that. 16 fall outfit ideas for teachers, right? He also posted this here, 30 teacher outfits idea to copy now. Now, all of the teachers, when I was coming up in middle school, high school, elementary school, they tend to dress like this. Now, obviously teachers can be shaped like anybody else, but when you're a teacher dressing like this, it is clear that you're
If she wore this, it'll be popping. She wore this, it'll be popping. She wore this, it'll be popping. That's pretty tight. That's pretty tight. They might even come for her, because I know it's popping. This is... They would for sure come for her wearing this. Even with the long shit. But, okay. Sure, she could try harder. Yes, she could. She could try harder. But at the same time, I still don't think it's a big deal. Y'all need to take yourself out of her clothing and actually assess her on being an actual teacher. Are students failing her class? Are the students passing their class? How are the students responding to her teaching? Is she a good teacher? Is she keeping them is she keeping the students engaged and have their attention? I mean, she probably does have their attention. I ain't gonna lie, she gonna have mine for sure. But like, to actually evaluate her on if she's a good teacher or not, why are we focusing on what she's doing outside of teaching, or at least on the side of it? If she's being a bad teacher, you can tell, and then we can proceed. But all this other stuff, man, it's just extra. I think it's really just extra.
your focus is to do what your job.
I don't know what you are worried about. Is it the middle school kids? What are they gonna do? Y'all ain't never had a thick teacher, nigga. We all had to, like, that one teacher that was just, that shit was just stinging, like, and we talk about it, we laugh about it, and we move on, nigga. Like, big whoop. It happens, bro. It happens. What are you so worried about? This isn't college. These aren't college students that are gonna be trying to shoot their shot and shit. Maybe the dumbass high school kids, maybe. Like, she's allowed to report that too, though. Like,
Job is, and you're not trying to get any kind of special attention. You're not trying to root anybody's parents or anything like that. You're pretty much focused on the job. Now, when it came to the conversation in the comments section, the opinions were divided. This person goes, she is wearing a long sleeve shirt and a long skirt. How much more can she possibly cover up? Right? That was one opinion. This person says, inappropriate. This is not a teacher. This is a secretary ready to F the CEO.
Wow.
G.I. Jew says, high heels at school is appropriate. High heels is 304 attire. Prostitutes in clappers wear those for sure.
Can't wear high heels at school now. High heels is 304 attire. I bet your mom wears high heels though. I'm certain your mom wears high heels. I'm certain your sister wears high heels. I'm certain every woman in your life wears high heels. So you gotta take that up with them, cause now you calling them out, saying some crazy shit.
So, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot in subtle of heart. So, Hebrew Israelites don't already have a scripture. So this person says, Dr. Sherry, she's definitely pushing it and she knows it. Appropriate attire isn't about covering up. It's about maintaining professionalism. So I'm going to stop right there. All right. Now, basically, she is definitely pushing it. And what it appears is the lady who is a teacher is...
Are they tripping about this one? Because this was literally on the picture too. Like they had this on there. This is one of the ones where they said, okay, she should try wearing this. She's wearing that. No sleeve, no nothing. What are we worrying about?
Wearing that outfit because she is trying to basically...
I don't know what these TikTok videos are though. Like, they're not even... It seems like there's no plot. She's just doing her thing. But hey, it seems like it's getting views because of the controversy. Yeah, no, y'all, I don't know what y'all complaining about.
maybe get into another
Yo, focus
career,
on
maybe
your
become
shit.
a social media influencer. And that's fine if you want to do that. But to be a teacher and then try to
I wish my son was in her class. I'd be in there every day, asking her to give me reports of that. My boy's how my boy doing every day of the week. How is he doing? Is he paying attention in class? Fill me in. She gotta give me reports on a daily basis. We need to compare notes on a regular basis. I'm gonna be doing all the school runs. I'm gonna pick that boy up from school so quick, so fast. I don't even know.
combine the fact that you want to get, a whole lot of social media following opportunities. It's kind of corny because it's like you're using the kids to do that. But okay, let's continue. She's got her toes out and those tight skirts are showing off every detail of her curves. Let's not pretend this is innocent. She's playing us and it's not cool. Now, for me, I honestly believe that she's a very, very beautiful lady. And don't get me wrong, I wish I had a chance to holler at her. But yes, the young lady definitely knows that she's blessed. And the fact that she's a teacher, which is kind of taboo, and she looks like that, it will help her go viral even more because it's like, oh, well, a woman that looked like you is actually a teacher. Well, damn, like it's even monetizable, right? Opportunities can open up because we're not used to a teacher looking like that. And I believe she's actually right. Now, another person says this, Crypto Drizzy. Why don't Black American women see an issue with dressing this way around children? White women from other cultures do. Now, I thought this was very interesting. And this is not to say that all Black women dress like this, but I want to get to this point in just a moment, right? So we'll come back to that. This person, Claire, says, I think her shoes could have been more teacher friendly, but her outfit looks fine. Skirt is long sleeve shirts. I don't see the problem. She can't leave her ass at home. It's not about leaving her ass at home. It's about doing the jiggle and then putting it on TikTok.
Doing the jiggle and then putting it on TikTok. That jiggle wasn't even jiggling. Ain't nothing jiggle, bro. Like, come on. She was doing a little dance and shit for her TikTok. Well, what? That jiggle did a number on you, huh?
TikTok for everybody to know that you're clapping it up. I want to focus on this particular part.
Unemployment for Black women is above 6%, and if this was happening to any other demographic in the United States of America, we would be talking about it constantly. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Since February of this year, unemployment rates for Black women have increased month over month by at least half to 1%, which is huge. It is estimated by the Bureau of Labor and Statistics that between February and March, when the bulk of federal layoffs happened in the first round, Black women lost 250,000 plus jobs. That's huge. I think it needs to be explicitly said that it's not an accident that the president's administration has been targeting DEI as well as the federal workforce because Black women are overrepresented in those job categories and in that workforce. And the targeting of those two sectors was a deliberate choice that was made in order to increase unemployment amongst Black people and specifically Black women.
So again, as you know, Black women have been losing jobs.
I don't think I fully understood what she says. I don't know if I even believe what she said. It sounds like propaganda. I'm not certain it's true. But let's keep
In America, okay? This year, they've been losing more jobs than any other ethnic.
300,000 Black women have left the labor force in 3 months. It's not a coincidence. Left the labor force in terms of what they quit or they kicked them out of there. For decades, Bubba Center has been a lifeline for Black women shut out of economic opportunity. It's no surprise that Trump's federal downsizing targeted them first, explains gender economist Katika Roy. So they're saying they're purposely kicking black women out of the workforce.
Group. Now, again, the guy says, why don't black American women see an issue with dressing this way around children while women from other cultures do? Now, I think what the point is that this guy is trying to make is, why are black women doing something that other women don't do? Now, this is something that I've noticed when it comes to black
Teacher outfit of
American women in particular. Black women are not as docile in the workplace.
But like they know it's a black, like, bro, black women got it going on. They got this shit. Okay, you got 2 videos of 2 black women wearing tighter clothing, and then 1 white girl wearing long skirt. Cool. This is not enough. Like, sure, I get it. You do it for the video, blah, blah. This is nowhere near enough evidence to even come up with a proper consensus on if this is really a thing that happens in the black community or not. I would have just dive into that because of these 3 videos you have up here on the screen. I'm pretty sure if we looked, we would find white girls who do the same thing. But to be fair, it was going to be even hard to find a white girl who got the kind of assets a black girl does. Let's just keep it a buck. So it's dependent on that.
As maybe some other groups. When you look at white women, Asian women, as far as how they come to work and how
she really don't gotta be showing, like, she really turned into ass cheeks. So, like, I ain't gonna lie, you doing too much. You doing too much. You know, she got it like that. She ain't even really trying to show all that for real. She trying. Like, she really didn't want to be modest, but she could go crazy right now. We all know that. Don't play with her. You even got it like that for real, for real. You doing way too much on a outfit of the day. Why you show? Man, if you don't go back to teaching, this one I might tweak about this one. You're a little too excited to show your bum to the camera.
they dress. Out of all groups that I see, I honestly believe that black women are going to push the needle a lot more. They're gonna have a lot more self-expression in their clothes. Some can even say maybe in their sexuality and when they're at work, and more likely to challenge.
Dang. I'm sorry. This is so fine though. Like, this is like what you want her to do, gang. You can't be mad at this. This is a proper fit. She just got a fat ass. Like, what you want to do? You can't do this, bro. You can't put two skinny ass teachers and a thick one and say, oh, the black woman is just trying to always show her asses. No, gang. No.
Or push the issue, as one of the commenters said, right? The other
She's trying, bro. She's trying.
Groups of women are gonna try to downplay that a little bit more. This is not to say that other groups of women don't do that.
Tough shoes.
But black women, when you see teachers that are like really thick or are working with something, you're typically seeing black.
She ain't even got it like that, but I kind of like this one. But y'all can't see it because I'm blocking. Shit, yeah, I'm gonna keep that to myself. Fuck y'all niggas.
Women push the needle more with that, and that means that black women operate with more independent thinking outside of the box of how they want to look, and that's also fine. But the reason why I think a lot of sisters are more prone to get fired is because when you work for somebody else, you don't have the ability to self-express as much as you want. And so what I think is that for a lot of employers, when they look at hiring black people in general, or black women in particular, what they look at is, okay, how docile is this person? For the brand or the company that we want to have, how likely is it that they're gonna express themselves in a way
Substitute teacher. Sade Capri. Substitute teacher. Substitute teacher, my ass. You might need a. Let me find out how much teaching you be substituting for real. Like, let me see all the teaching you be teaching on that TikTok of yours. Sade. How much teaching you teaching for real? You're not really about that life, Sade. You're not really teaching. What's you talking about?
You really disappointed me, bitch. I liked you, ho. You really disappointed me, bitch.
See, now I don't like Sade, because why you talking like that? What kind of substitute teacher talking like that? Ugh, that's, well, shit, I'ma still.
That hoe hit her head with a rope. And she said she was one of my kids. Bitch, I ain't buying the bill. Oh, I ain't buying the shit. Oh, I ain't buying the nothing. Oh, I ain't buying nothing. Oh, I ain't buying the thing. Oh, I ain't... Don't tell them what we do, cause they might wanna fuck me too. Don't tell them what we do, cause they might wanna fuck me too.
Culturally, that our company or our business is uncomfortable with. And again, when you go back to that girl Peachy, and I understand we live in a different time now, as a teacher,
I might need to. This might be a good thumbnail. Well, not perfect, but.
unless that girl Peachy, and I understand we live in a different time now, as a teacher, if you're teaching in a,
Goddamn,
we live in a different time now, as a teacher, and let's say if you're teaching in a white neighborhood, okay, and you see this lady, I mean, you know, culturally, you know, in a nice weave, you know, you see, you know, the booty bouncing there, doing the little thing. And let's say, for example, you have a husband, right? Your husband is coming to pick up your son from school, and this is your son's teacher. This is a young woman. This is a very beautiful woman. You know, well, do you want your husband?
Well, shit, your husband need to get more self-control. I'ma be that nigga. Tell that nigga to self-control. You married. You got married for a reason, nigga. You signed that contract. You said you're not doing nothing else. Stick to it. Stand on business. Would I stand on business? Shit, I don't know. We'll see. So I need to make sure my wife just as blessed, cause that's the only way I'ma stick to. You know what I'm saying? Not the only way, of course, but if I'm committed, I'ma stay committed. Don't get it twisted. But that's why my girl gotta have a fat ass. I'm just keeping it a buck.
Been encountering this lady, like, you're not thinking about that. And so this is what I think the issue is. And so a lot of times when black women are about to get hired or are fired, could they have more riskier violations or riskier issues with how they dress at work? It's possible. And then also here's the problem. The jobs could also be sued more too, right? So let's say, for example, if you refuse to hire a black woman or fire her because of what she dresses, this lady could take somebody to court, right? And there you are with a big ass lawsuit. So I think that a lot of companies are looking at, you know, the names of black women. Does their name sound Afrocentric? Is it like Shaquanda? Is it like Laquanda? Things like that, Keisha. And then say, or do we want to hire this? It has to be that for the 300,000 jobs to be what it is. And I honestly believe it's because of this level of self-expression that culturally Black women are expressing in the workplace that some people are not ready for right now. And that could be their hair, it could be the way they're dressing. But ultimately, I feel like a lot of people are just not comfortable, especially if you're not working in the Black community. If you're working in, Detroit and stuff like that. But once you start working with people's kids, that are affluent, they're gonna have a problem with this. And then again, it does look like, okay, you're using the fact that you work with kids, basically to blow up in a new genre or in a new niche to get to where you really want to go. So when I see somebody posting this, it's like, look, boo, you really don't want to teach.
Not that bad. Wait, let me hear that again before I go crazy, because I think I missed some part.
And then again, it does look like, okay, you're using the fact that you work with kids, basically to blow up in a new genre or in a new niche to get to where you really want to go. So when I see somebody posting this, it's like, look, boo, you really don't want to teach. You want to do something else, but you're
True. That is true. And I don't see the problem. I guess it's messy because it involves kids, I guess. But then the content doesn't really involve kids. The content is still dead. They're like, oh, I'm working as a teacher. This is what I'm doing. They try new things. And if that's what pisses all you people off, you're the reason it's going viral, by the way. Y'all commenting and having issues with the fact you're doing it. That's the reason it's going viral. It's not because of anything crazy, or not because there's just some super sick algo with teachers all of a sudden. Like, oh, people just love to see teachers. No, nigga. Y'all making it go viral with all this complaining you're doing in the comments. So it's really y'all fault. And now she gonna get to where she wanna be. Because she probably really doesn't want to be a teacher, bro. It's not a fun job. Being a TikTok influencer where she can just make videos and make money, of course she'll take that. So, bro, all of y'all just doing a whole bunch of whining, a whole lot of wah. Like, let her breathe. Like, she ain't even, bro. I really thought they were about to be on here showing like cleavage and shit, like doing way too much. Bro, they trying. Like, this is not even bad, especially this one, right? Like, no, you're just being mad because she got can't be mad because she got cake, bro. Like, come on, let's be real, bro. Yeah, that's the end of this video. I'm not even gonna keep it going, bro. We're already at the end. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Though, like, am I tripping for thinking this way? Am I losing my mind? Is this actually too much for a teacher? Maybe it is, or maybe I'm just too tripping, but I really don't think it's that big of a deal. Again, evaluate her on being an actual teacher. Stop worrying about what she's wearing unless she has this really, really inappropriate shirt. But no, it sounds like y'all just mad because she got assets. She can't hide though. She can't hide the assets. So what do you want her to do? Is she a good teacher or not? That's what we need to focus on. But anyways, that's the end of the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Turn on the post notifications. I don't know if there's anything else I need to say. But with that being said, watch out for the next video, man. Yo, Gerald. Out.